G'day and welcome. I'm just going to show you some of the what's underneath these cushions. You can see all the line I got here. It's all the line on the boat. And I still got more. I'm going to be replacing a lot of that stuff too. But just to show you kind of what's in the boat. Well, your motorcycles. I'm going to have to go motorcycle riding pretty soon. It is getting very hot in here. Very, very hot. But anyway, yeah, there we go. So I'll just show you how these little guys work. These little. So as you can see, you got your billages here. This is known as sock billage, underwear billage. This one here, these things, they just knee pads. So well spent. You see, you got some back there. You can see there's some leakage here. Where it's leaking in from exactly, I don't know. I think it's actually coming in from my radio, but anyway. So you can get an idea of, that's the kind of storage you get. Some wire in there. And down here, down in the dungeon, this is the, make them clean the village with his tongue, make them clean the village with his tongue. Oh yeah, there we go. What do you do with a drunken sailor? I got my little hinge in it in there. And then there's the one back there, and it goes, you can put all kinds of stuff in there. Sometimes it's a good idea to crawl in. You're like, I got nothing in that one. I never keep anything in that one. And you go and you look, you got all kinds of stuff in there, and all the stuff that you've bought 3 times because you didn't realize that you already had it. Ow. Yeah. Make them clean the village with stuff. Look at that. So I got water leaking in there. Or it's all dried out now, I believe. Yeah, she dried out. So I don't know where that water came in. I don't think it's just from up there. Oop, my battery's going low. But anyway, you can have a look in here. Stick your head in there. Not easy to do. Boy, that's dirty. Yep. So we get no mice anyway. And then we go over to the very, very last one. Ow, 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 ow. Go all the way back here. We check out that one. So anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys that. That's the kind of storage you got on a Hughes 26. There's a fair amount. You could put a lot of stuff in here. I gotta clean that out. I'd like to know where all that water came in. Just there, it looks like there was a sizable amount of water in there. You can see there's a bit of a mold. One thing I do. Oh, you know, don't fall in the village. One thing I do. Oh my God, that's painful. Don't attack me. There we go. One thing I do is lightheaded. Is when I'm not on the boat for long periods of time. I've already showed you in another video, but I just turn all my cushions up because you can see all that water that was in there. If you leave those cushions down all winter, all that water just evaporates into. These things become sponges, and those get moldy. So leave them up so that they don't get wet. But where my main leaks here are here and here. That one there might be coming in from the radio hardware. I don't know. We'll have to look to see if there's a bit of a leakage there. I don't know where that water's coming in from. I don't think it's coming in from way back there. It could be. It could be. There's definitely a leak somewhere around here. So what happens is it'll come down and it'll just seep through, and water always finds path of least resistance, but it's also good stuff to check those out so that you could find that out. The dirt and the mold tells you where it is, but it's also a good idea to give this a good javixing to kill off any mold or anything like that, because you are sleeping on top of this after a while, you know. So I'm in the cleanup mode now, and yeah, this is all my waxing products and stuff like that. But I'm in the cleanup mode, so I'm doing a bit of deck work. When it's really hot, I usually do the cabin work. And up there, it's the same thing. There's no leakage up there whatsoever, so that's good. But you can see some of the paint's starting to come off. So yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit of cosmetic work in here to make it look pretty again. But yeah, that's just... I don't see a lot of people showing you the villages and things and how it, you know, like they'll show you it from here, but where's this, right? So this, you get an idea. Okay, you're in the boat, there's the hatchway, you come down, and there you go. That's what you got there. What can you do with that? The idea, too, is all these little panels. You got to be careful with these panels because what happens is, being wood and all, even though they're painted over, is wood basically sometimes expands. Sometimes these panels don't fit in very well. When I'm sailing, a lot of times too, I just knock all my cushions down and pull all those little panel things out, just for the very sheer fact that as soon as you start racing around and smacking up and down on waves, the cushions go flying anyway. So usually I take contingencies. That's one nice thing about here is I can store most of my cushions back here, and what ends up happening is that if it falls, it doesn't matter because it's all stored in there. But you know, you don't always have to do like the main cushions that are sitting down, no problem. But it's usually the gun wall cushions tend to fall down, and sometimes those fall out too. Sometimes those can be a real pain to keep in. They being wood again, they just basically go in like this. It's old technology, but it kind of works. And sometimes just be careful because when you get these mixed up, it'll take you forever to figure out which one went where. Because they're not all exactly the same size, and some fit better than others. And you always have that one that just doesn't fit anywhere, and you don't know where, if it belonged in that one or in that one. You're going to get that too. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Just thought I'd show you some bilge stuff. Yeah, I'm going to clean all that out. Good idea to clean all that out so that if there's any potential for mold or anything like that. But also leave them open to air out like through the winter. Just leave everything open. Open is your friend. Even if you get water in there, open is your friend. Then it allows the water to evaporate easier. And also these hatches, they'll start to suck up the water. Your cushions will suck up the water. So turn your cushions upwards. Leave it open. Or best yet, if you can, bring the cushions home with you. I'm going to try to clean this one out a bit. But these cushions are still in good shape. The mice didn't... With all the mice that I had on this boat, I thought my cushions would be completely massacred. It was the first year I had mice on the boat, too. So first year I had water in the bilge in 10 years. And the first year I had mice in the boat. So what it's telling me is it's time to do some work on the boat. Seal up everything so next year... I don't have any water to worry about leaking into the boat, and also to put a little "mice not welcome" sign up. That's probably a good idea. Hornets definitely. Hornets. There's a scientific name for hornets. What is it? Jerks with wings. Yeah, that's the scientific name for hornets. I've been stung so many times. This year so far so good. I think last year I only got stung 14 or 15 times, so it wasn't so bad. Not off of this, but just out walking around the bush and stuff. I always get stung. Why? Because they're jerks with wings. But I also found something really interesting today. I can't believe I found this. I finally found this. It's a key. See, it says D/P key Perco. Okay, and that's awesome. Now the only thing is I have no idea what it's for. But I found the key, so I'll put it up in the key rack. So yeah, that's one of the adventures of just going bilge diving is you find stuff that, what does it do? You know, how does it know? It's a dingle-doo hopper, that's what it is. But anyway, I'm going to get back to cleaning. I already did my lines for today. I'm doing like really easy, really chump work today, just like dogging it. I'm going to knock some cushions out and then get some dust out of them or whatever. Yeah, there we go. So always ongoing. Keep it nice and clean. I'm gonna the burnums, leakums, and sickums. Always stay on top of that stuff. Right now, I'm working on the leakums, just in case I got more leaks than I think. And the goal is always to basically keep the boat in as prestige shape as possible. But yeah, what I'll do is once I get this all really cleaned up, it won't be the first project. The first project is leak-proof the deck again. Because there are obviously signs of water starting to come through on my rails and stuff like that. This side, I think this was the first year I've seen this. So, yeah, it happens. That means there's also water up here, so I'm going to get some water in there. The deck and everything is good on this boat. It's just, this boat is technically a 1973, a 1976, a 1979, or a 1980. If you go by the plate, it's a 1980. If you go by the tandem, it's a 76 or a 78. If you go by my ownership, it's a 73 or something. It's like nobody knows how to read freaking serial numbers or whatever. It's like, well, we think that because there's like the year in a serial number on some boats is the first number or it's the 10th number, right? And there's people that have competing theories, so it's like whatever. It doesn't matter. The boat's in my name. It's not a stolen boat or anything like that. This boat is basically trackable right back to its first owner. So I think I'm like the fourth owner or third owner. It hasn't had a lot of owners, believe it or not. But a boat like this won't have a lot of owners. Why? Because it's a good boat. And it's one of those things that if you're in if you're looking for a good sailing quality, well built, and well-built 26-footer. Quality-wise, the Hughes 26 it's a bit of a mixed bag. Either you get one that's a complete fixer-upper kit boat, or you get one like this that was really well-built. And, I mean, everything here is that's like, like that thick. It's not like, just enough. It's a very stiff boat. It's very well-built. But you have to maintain them. So, anyway, that's the Villages. I thought I'd show you that. Going on a bit long now. All right, have a good day, y'all.